Hello everyone, this is author, motivational speaker, and dating coach Matthew C. Horne, and I'm bringing you a video tonight titled Self-Respect, the Man's Superpower in Dating. But before we go any further, always know that my videos in the dating space, they're inspired by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to push me with the algorithm. Thank you to my new subscribers. I see you, and I'm thankful for you. And let's keep this journey going. Self-respect, the man's superpower in dating. It's a video that is inspired by me seeing men who they've taken losses, and they continue to step into the fire, and they may discard some women who are disrespectful, but then they still entertain other women who are disrespectful, and they're running in circles because nothing comes from keeping a disrespectful woman in your space. There's only danger on the other side of a woman who doesn't respect you. And men have to learn to have a balanced approach to interacting with women, meaning that self-respect must be your compass, meaning that you always want to have balanced experiences with women where you are giving a woman a certain experience and she's giving it back to you. And all of your experiences, they should be rooted in respect and desire. You don't know too much about a woman as soon as you meet her, but you know that you're extremely attracted to her if you step to her. And you always know that you want to give her a level of respect. But if the disrespect is coming back to you, then that's when you have to part ways. I don't care if you've had a physical encounter with this woman. I don't care if she's bad. You have to let a disrespectful woman go, because nothing good comes from keeping a disrespectful woman in your space. I've never experienced dealing with a disrespectful woman, keeping her in my space, and things have gotten better. I've never experienced that. And even the times when I was a bit younger, and I would confront the women about the disrespect, and they would get back in my space, it always got worse. Every time it got worse. And some women I kept in my space longer than others, on and off, and they would do things that were so disrespectful in the long run that I would eventually have to part ways with them. But I don't want you guys to get to that point. Once you see the disrespect is there, just let it go, man. Just let it go. Nothing good is going to come from it. And you want to completely clean your slate of the disrespectful woman. That means blocking. That means never re-engaging. And that means looking forward to the next woman who could possibly be a match for you. And your match is the woman who's giving you the same exact experience that you're giving to her. And sometimes, just based off the woman's ego, she's going to try to come back. That happens a lot. It happens a whole lot. And they may call you from a different number if you block them. And they'll always beg and plead, because they get back out there and they deal with men who are playing all kinds of games and just running through them. That's just the bottom line. And they remember you as the elevated good experience, but the operative word is they remember you. They have to remember you. You can't be a present place in their life. They have to remember you. And maybe they get it better, maybe they don't. Moving forward in their life, once she disrespects you and you step away, that's none of your business at that point. You have to move on. You have to value yourself enough so that self-respect is your compass and your life is always balanced. If you're a man of purpose and you're a man of vision, then you're always moving forward in life. The disrespectful woman is the wild card that keeps you in a stagnated position where you're running in place. The disrespectful woman is the wild card that keeps you in a stagnated position and you're always running in place. Nothing good can come from you trying to move forward in life and you have a disrespectful woman who's a wild card in your space. She'll keep you stagnated. There's great things on the other side of you having a vision and a purpose for your life and keeping your atmosphere clean. You have to get to a place of peace. And some of you have paid a penalty for keeping disrespectful women in your space. And you had to battle to get back to a place of peace. And when you find that, you have to preserve your peace. After a certain point, as a man who's a visionary, who's an elevated man, you start playing defense, meaning that you're elevating and you don't want anything to enter your life, and you have a guard against anything that's going to enter your life that's going to be a detriment to where you're trying to go and where you're going. That's when you play defense. And defense is just finding women who are congruent with you, taking an honest and direct approach with the women and gauging whether they're coming at you the same way you're coming at them. That's the defensive stance. And the defensive stance will leave a physical interaction with a woman on the table if she's not a respectful woman. And that's the main thing that I see that keeps men running in place. They're making strides and then they're moving backwards. They're always in limbo because they're afraid of a drought. If you're a man who respects himself, you're going to find yourself in a drought sometimes. You're not going to have the abundance of women or any women in your space at times. And the reality is that you actually have women in your life that you've encountered that you do have physical access to, but they've crossed the line of disrespect to the degree that you can never re-engage with them. And those are the women who call from the block numbers and the hidden numbers and find different ways to try to re-engage with you and get back in your space. But you have to leave them where they stand, even if you don't have any other options at the present moment. When you do that, you're preserving a space for the woman and the women who are going to show up in your life the right way. It's difficult to engage with a woman who reveres you and respects you when you're holding on to a disrespectful woman, because that means you're weak. And a lot of men are weak for that puthi. The majority of men are weak for that puthi. That's why their lives are a reflection of the bad decisions they've made in terms of keeping disrespectful women in their space. But you don't want to be a man who's weak for that puthi. You don't want to be that man, because your life will never be in balance. There's so much more that can come to you if your life is in balance. And so you have to keep that woman away. That's the whole point of me making this video tonight. You have to keep that woman away, man. I can't stress that enough. That disrespectful woman, she doesn't have a place in your life unless you give it to her. And nothing good, once again, comes from keeping that woman in your space. And you have to be able to have access to disrespectful women who are begging to get back in your space and do away with them and actually be alone at night. You're not ready for the right woman until you can go to sleep having access to women who are disrespectful but refuse to engage with them. That's how your space stays clean for the right woman or women to enter your space. So I want my men to exercise the strength of self-respect. Self-respect puts your life in balance. Self-respect makes sure that anything that enters your space is completely aligned with the experience that you're giving to it. You don't want to have mismatched experiences in life, because mismatches in experience equate to imbalance, chaos. And that's what disrespectful women do. They can find an attractive man, a man that has everything going for himself, and their essence and their nature is just to be disrespectful. And if you accept that, then you're going to accept the chaos and the imbalance, and their life is going to enter your space, and everything that you're fighting for is going to be compromised because you brought chaos and imbalance into your space. So acknowledge that every woman that you deal with should respect you the same way that you respect her, and that sets a foundation of respect, which is the only solid foundation that you can build something healthy and meaningful from. There's a lot of men who are suffering because they let disrespectful women in their space, and they were disrespected continuously, and they still chose to move beyond that because they were weak for that puthi. There is no puthi that's good enough to supplant the self-respect that a man has for himself. And that's what it comes down to. That's why I introduced the term puthi, because that's what men are weak for. That's what men's lives are damaged and imbalanced because they're weak for that puthi, man. But you have to have self-respect over everything. And when you're truly a balanced and elevated man and a strong man, you won't let disrespectful puthi remain in your space. You will go without rather than engaging a disrespectful woman. And that's what it comes down to. I wanted to bring you this message tonight because I want to see men have a life of balance and not pay penalty after penalty from keeping a woman in your space who doesn't respect you. That's a dangerous woman. You don't know what's going to come from the woman who disrespects you. And you deserve everything you get when you keep her in your space. It's a very dangerous game out here. Respect yourself enough to keep a balanced space and only keep respectful women in your space. This has been Matthew C. Horne, author, motivational speaker, and dating coach. Bring you a video tonight. Once again, self-respect. That's what it's all about. The ultimate card to play with women in dating. It's been brought to you by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, in addition to How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Keep that balance, keep that respect. Your success, your elevation, your growth, your optimization, everything depends on you maintaining an atmosphere of respect. But you have to respect yourself first before everything, or your life will be in chaos and imbalance. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Continue to push me with the algorithm and to help me to keep these videos coming. If this video has been of value to you, don't forget to drop something in my donation information. If your thought processes have been elevated and you are better for having encountered my message, drop something in my donation information that's in the description. If you know that you could benefit from coaching from someone like me, Matthew C. Horne, author, motivational speaker, and dating coach, email me at matt@matthewchorne.com. We'll set up a consultation, identify where we need to take you, and take you to the elevated place in dating that you want to arrive at. I've enjoyed spending some time with you. And just always know, self-respect governs everything. If you see a man and his life is chaotic, even if he's gifted and talented and he keeps running in place, it's because he doesn't respect himself. The only way to have a balanced atmosphere is to truly respect yourself. That's when your world will come into frame. That's when your world comes into balance. I'll be back at you very soon with some more videos. Continue to tune in. And once again, respect yourself and allow your world to come into complete balance.